What word or what phrase would you use as a Bronco fan to describe this upcoming season?
Mm-hmm.
And you came up with?
Hopeful. I'm hopeful.
You're buying into the hope.
Well, yeah, I am hopeful.
What are you basing that on?
I am hopeful that they drafted the right guy and that they're going to get on track compared to what they've done the last 8 years, kicking the can down the road and acting like they're one prominent player away from being good. So I am hopeful they're moving in the right direction.
Boy, you are drinking the rookie quarterback Kool-Aid. There you go, folks. There it is, right on display.
How?
You want to know why these rookie quarterbacks, these first-round quarterbacks get drafted, why they get overdrafted despite a terrible, terrible success rate?
Mm-hmm.
Mark Schlereth just proved it. Cynical, experienced, won't get fooled again, Mark Schlereth, drinking the hope Kool-Aid that comes with a rookie quarterback. There you go.
No,
that's why it happens.
I'm not.
There you go. There's the answer.
I'm not drinking the hope.
Why? You just said I gave you one word to use, and you used hope.
Hopeful.
Hopeful. Because you're hoping that Bo Nix is the answer.
Well, I am hoping that Bo Nix is the answer, but I am hopeful because I have finally seen an organization that recognized the error of their ways, that recognized that they aren't where they need to be, and actually started to rebuild their roster. That gives me hope because at least they're dealing with them. Hey, man, if it's Bo Nix, great. I hope it's Bo Nix. If it's not, we move on and get. But at least you're looking at yourself going, you know what? We're not very good. It's not so much about the rookie quarterback. I mean, I'm still with you on, and I always have been on rookie quarterbacks. Like, hey, just give me a rookie quarterback and we're gonna fix it. That rarely ever happens. My thing is, in totality, they are in this rebuilding process, which I appreciate.
Okay, that's a nice answer. But do understand that part of the reason why these teams are in such a rush to overdraft a first-round quarterback is to create that idea of hope, patience, job security, because you know what comes with a young quarterback, unless he is just Josh Rosen or Paxton Lynch, you immediately have 2 year.
Sure.
2 years right away built in. Let's see how this plays out.
Yeah.
And honestly, it goes much beyond 2. Look at what the Giants are doing with Daniel Jones. Look at what the Cardinals are doing with Kyler Murray. Look what the Bears would have done with Justin Fields had they not been gifted the number 1 pick by Carolina. They would be just kicking the can down the road with quarterbacks that they already know are not the answer. But,
yes.
Hey, one more year. Let's give it one more year.
Right.
Maybe it'll click.
But I have far more faith in a Sean Payton-led football team with Bo Nix than I do in Matt Eberflus leading Caleb Williams in Chicago, or Dan Quinn leading Jaden Daniels in Washington, or Gerard Mayo, first-year coach, with Drake May, who's not even close to being ready to play in the NFL. I think it's the best fit of any quarterback in this draft. So good for us. I'm hopeful because of that. And fit is almost everything. Obviously, you got to have talent. You got to have smarts. You got to be able to process. But if you're not in the right fit, you got no chance, regardless of position. No chance if you're not in the right fit.
Yeah, no, I get that, but you just underscored for me the appeal of bringing in a rookie quarterback. I mean, in this case, it is smart. You got to do it. You had to do it.
Yeah.
And the fact that it comes with the Sean Payton endorsement, then you do feel hopeful about the idea of this working out.
You have more hope right now, though, Mike. You have more hope right now, admit it, with Bo Nix being the drafted quarterback here in Denver than you would have if they signed Sam Darnold or if they had signed
Yes.
Like,
No.
you do because
Yes.
you,
if
you're
they
like,
gone onside Gardner Minshew.
like
or
I
something
really
like that.
like Sam Darnold. I really do. And I think he's got a chance to kind of pull the Baker Mayfield. But do I really feel like Sam Darnold's going to be your long-term answer? Like, I don't. Hey, Baker Mayfield's great, and he got himself a new contract in Tampa. Do I think he's the long-term solution in Tampa? Nope, I don't. But good for Baker. I mean, great for Baker. Finally figured it out on his fourth team, quote unquote. And hopefully the same thing happens for Sam Darnold. But I think that Sam Darnold is going to be the long-term solution in Minnesota? No, I don't.
Well, and it helps, especially when you have an offensive-minded head coach. And I feel bad for some of these defensive guys because it's becoming harder and harder for defensive guys to get jobs because everybody's fixated on getting an offensive guy. Okay, that's not our hump anymore.
Right.
We got an offensive guy. And so if you're going to draft a quarterback, at least you start to feel a little bit more optimistic because you got to believe that offensive guy
Right.
is going to look for somebody who he just looks at and says, that's a fit for me.
Yeah, here's the crazy thing,
And so when you have a guy in Sean Payton who is famous for coaching Drew Brees, and he puts his endorsement on a quarterback, and immediately people who are talking about the quarterback like, oh, this guy processes, this guy's accurate, this guy owns the middle of the field, then you're like, okay, that sounds a lot like Drew Brees.
Sure.
Sean coached Drew Brees. Sean just put his endorsement in a guy that looks and feels like Drew Brees. Good, I can feel good about that.
Yeah.
Or I can feel hopeful about that.
Then I'm just thinking about what you said. Dan Quinn. Like all the new coaches, Dan Quinn, defensive guy.
Yeah. Gerard Mayo, defensive guy. Raheem Morris.
Right, I always say Raheem Morris.
Do not speak his name.
Yeah. There's three guys that were how many head coaches? Dave Canales for Carolina, offensive guy.
The Seattle dude,
another defensive guy.
Another defense. All right, I guess I got to take that back.
Yeah,
I didn't realize.
four right now.
Does that surprise you, by the way? Is that kind of where did that come from? Development this offseason?
What's the Seattle guy's name? Mike McDonald. I keep looking and loving him more.
McDonald, Loggins, Skaggs.
I do love me some
The Boss Man.
Boss Skaggs.
What is going on? Oh.
Dude, before Michael McDonald,
Yeah, so actually,
before he became big, like he was backup vocals for everybody.
yes.
Then he
So what? Actually, I kind of that one flew under the radar. I thought this was an offensive-minded league, and it was all about. You always like to say that finding young offensive-minded head coaches is like Viagra for these owners.
Or like Mahomes' film for Belichick.
Boom.
I'm here.
Boy, that has gone viral, hasn't it?
Man, I tell you what,
One innocent comment.
you say something just off the cuff, right off the top of your head, and the next thing you know, you're public enemy number one in Beantown.
Boy, Mark made that comment about Bill, now infamous, he's a pig, and it has gone viral. And you are hearing from every.
Oh, dude.
I mean, you're hearing from Leominster, Worcester, Gloucester, Wakefield, Roxbury, Braintree, Sudbury, Brockton.
We flew in.
Dorchester. You're hearing from them all in Boston. All the mass. Ooh, I almost. Can I say mass? Yeah.
Yeah, you can say masshole.
Masshole. Yeah, all the massholes are coming after you.
Oh, they are coming after me.
Man.
But it reminds me.
Check my Twitter feed.
It reminds me of playing the Patriots back in the day.
Yeah, I got another 20.
Oh yeah, easy
responses, all from Massachusetts.
But playing the Patriots back in the day, and we fly into Providence. So we have all our meetings in Providence, and then we're going to take the bus ride up to Foxborough.
Yeah, Providence is actually closer to Foxborough than Boston's closer to Foxborough.
Correct. You got to fly out of Boston because Providence they have a nighttime takeoff rule, right? So you got to fly out of Boston, but you fly into Providence. And then that's like an hour and 45-minute bus ride. And I sat, this is so you'll love this about me, because you'll be just like, oh, that is so stink. So I sat right behind Tommy all the way to Foxborough, and everything that we passed by, like there's a garage. Did you ever take your car to get serviced at that garage, Tommy? Shut up. Then we drive by. You ever eat at that diner, Tommy? The whole way for an hour and 45 minutes, I sat behind Tommy Nailin, and just asked him, have you ever been there, Tommy? You ever been there?
Did you go to that pizza shop?
Did you ever go have pizza at that place, Tommy?
Did you get your hair cut there, Tommy?
Tommy, we're in Worcester. There's a convenience store. You ever buy a toaster at the convenience store in Worcester?
Yeah, a little creepy.
2 hours. Just irritated, like to the point he turned around and, shut the door!
Shanahan's in the front row going, jeez. Shut up!
How about you focus on football? I will when we get there,
Yeah,
but
we'll
right
get
now.
there. Don't worry, we take these
right now, I wanna
roundabout
know.
ways. You know that by
Yeah.
now. Come on.